Welcome to the Ignite Hustle podcast, your number one spot to gain clarity, be consistent, and motivated in the hustle of creating freedom, money freedom, time freedom, whatever freedom means to you. I'm Julie Ciardi. I'm a former Fortune 100 marketing vice president, and I made that leap to freedom after 2 decades in corporate, and I am on a mission to help thousands of women create freedom on their terms. I want to help you do the same. As a mom of 3 and CEO, I know what it is like to hustle for your dreams. Don't do it alone. You are in the right spot. Tune in weekly for episodes to help you create the freedom that you want in your life on your terms. So let's go. Hello, it's Julie here, and I have a special treat for you, my podcast listeners. We are taking the audio of the Standout Breakout Formula Masterclass that's currently airing live this week, and we're putting the audio here to help you really work on things like developing and honing in on your personal brand, on your getting that clarity really around your niche, on coming up with a messaging framework that is going to truly enable you to put content out there on social media, in your emails, lives, all the things that really attract your ideal client. We're going to also talk about things like the 4 pillars of business and what you should be doing in your business every single week if you want to see it grow. So here's the thing. You're going to listen to the audio. It is from a live video. If you would like to get inside and see the actual presentation, we've got slides, we've got a workbook that goes along with this. All you got to go is to julieciardi.com/masterclass. Get your spot, join us inside of the Facebook group or all the recordings, the workbook, everything you could need. So make sure that if you love what you hear, and you would love the workbook and all the things, all you have to do is go to julieciardi.com/masterclass. You can join us live and get the accompanying materials that go along with the presentation you're about to hear. All right, without further ado, let's start. Hello. Welcome to day 3 of the Standout Breakout Formula Masterclass. How are things going? You guys are like totally getting me so fired up. The homework, you guys are participating, you're showing up, you're doing what we said to do in the beginning, which is you don't have to show up live, but just make sure that you are scheduling when you're going to watch the replays. If you're watching the replays, put hashtag replay. We see you, we're liking, we're commenting. We are so excited that you are taking the time this week out of your really busy schedule to take the time for you to learn so that you can grow and scale your business to what it is that you want. So you guys are lighting me up. I am so glad to see you guys. Little hashtag standout breakout. Let's go. You know what I love so much is that our clients also show up for this masterclass because this is a continuous thing that we're developing, right? We're never done. We've been talking about this over the last couple of days. It is dynamic. Who your ideal client is, your stories, your offer, all of those things is a continuously dynamic, changing, wonderful thing, right? It's the cornerstone of your business, but it's always really being refined because the better you get, the more you know your person, the more clients, customers, business builders you get, you're going to be able to read them like a book, and they're going to be able to see that you're the person that can help them, which is so exciting. So welcome back. We're so pumped. We've got a couple of giveaways to do as well because you guys are doing the homework, which is awesome. I want to make sure that you guys are doing the work, doing the homework in the workbooks. Hopefully you all have your workbook. but you're also commenting on the homework thread because we're pulling winners every single day for some fun giveaways. We did 2 Amazon gift cards yesterday. We'll talk about what our prize is for today, and we'll have more prizes tomorrow, which is super fun. So welcome. Hi, guys. I love that you're saying hello if you're catching it real time. If not, put hashtag replay. Really quick, we still have a few new people that have joined us. So really quick, I'm Julie Ciardi. I am the host of the Ignite Hustle podcast. I'm a former vice president of marketing at a Fortune 500 who left the corporate race to create my own businesses. And it's pretty much been the best thing other than my kids and getting married that I've ever done in my entire life. And my mission is to help more women be able to create businesses, to create additional income streams, to create passion, purpose, and profit in their life. So I'm so excited that you guys are here because today is an epic day in our masterclass. And before we get into it, we're going to do our winners and everything, but I want you guys to get really excited, get that vibration up because you guys are going to learn something today that I think is truly game changing, especially if you're in network marketing. This is going to be the first time you're seeing some of this stuff. Whereas maybe if you're a coach or you have your own business, you may have seen a little bit about what we're going to share, but it's pretty game changing in terms of how you're thinking about your content and what you're putting out into the world. So excited. Let me get you guys the winners. So we have 2 winners of one of my favorite books, The Slight Edge. It is a game-changing book by Jeff Olson that really helps you to get on the path to create the life that you want to have, the business results that you want to have, whatever it is. It's a way to be able to create results in your life. And so we have 2 winners. I like to change it up. I think we said we were going to pull 1 winner, but we're going to pull 2. We pulled Leela Golding and Brittany Lilly. You 2 are the winners of the Slight Edge book. Erin Weaver on Team Ignite will be in contact with you to get your addresses and send you the books. So do the homework tonight. More winners to come. Congratulations to you guys. It's a fantastic book. You're going to absolutely love it. All right. And Erin's got you. She's tagging you. That's awesome. So how awesome is Team Ignite? I just love them so much. We've got Erin, Giovanna, and Hallie all here to help you guys as well. If you need anything, want feedback on some of your homework, or, you're still looking for the workbook, please do let us know. We'll make sure you have everything that you need. This workbook is gold, as I think you guys can be able to see this, right? We put a lot of work and heart and real intentional guidance into the workbooks to really help you guys be able to get the results that we want you to get, that you want to get. So here's what I would love for you guys to do. Walk with me just quickly through some housekeeping so everyone's on the same page. It's called The Slight Edge. I'm sure someone from Team Ignite will put that in the comments, The Slight Edge. Couple things. You got the workbook. Hopefully you've got that. If you're wondering what the schedule is, the Facebook group cover photo gives you the entire schedule for the week. We're pretty much at noon Eastern every single day. We do have some fun surprises coming your way as well. So stay tuned for that. Some bonus sessions that we're going to be doing. But the schedule is above, so you can always take a look at that. And then Team Ignite is putting all of the videos, the homework thread, the slides. We're giving you the slides every day as we go through them. All of those are inside of the guides section of the Facebook group. Okay. Those will all be coming down at midnight, Tuesday night, next Tuesday. So you got some time. Make sure you're really taking the time to listen again, to re-listen, to do the work in the workbooks. It's really going to help you. Okay. As we go into today's session, I want you guys to do a bit of a mindset shift with me, okay? I want you guys to remember the number that you put down on the front of your workbook on Monday. It was the number a month, the amount of money a month that you want to be generating in the not too distant future. Like, it excites you, you're pumped about it. A bunch of you guys put it in the comments yesterday of what that number is. I want you to get really excited about it. And I want you for one moment to close your eyes with me and take a deep breath. And I want you to let out all the other stuff you might have been doing before you got on to today's live or before you sat down to watch the replay. And I want you to let it go, clear your mind out. Doesn't matter. Any of that stuff doesn't matter. Any of the future stuff doesn't matter. It's just right here, right now. You're here because you want to get to that number that you put on the front of your workbook. And I want you to think about what life will be like with that number achieved. Just let that feeling and vibration go through your body. Maybe it was 5K, 10K. I saw 21K, 50K a month, right? That feeling. I'll never forget when I had my next number was, I just wanted to get to 10K a month, I wanted to get to 10K a month. And, it seemed almost impossible, but I would allow myself to feel it. I'm like, okay, this is like, when that happens, oh my goodness, I will know that I don't have to go back to corporate. I will know that I can keep building my own business. I will have proved to myself and all the things. And it was so exciting. I want you to get excited. It's so important. That vibration, being excited, expecting it to come, is going to have you show up way differently in how you're going to do the things that we're going to do over the next few days. So get excited about it. One quick story I'll share with you is that, and if you saw some of the numbers and you're like, oh my gosh, like that's a huge number, I don't know, or you were even just having some emotions or feelings about other people's numbers as they were putting them up there, or I shared mine, like ours is that, I'm so happy and thankful now that my company generates $89,000 a month. That's thy next goal card. That's my next one. Okay. That you might be like, oh my God, right? That's like that's $1 million run rate business. Okay. I want you to think this way for 1 minute with me. Why not you? If someone else put a number down that you were like, whoa, like, why not you? We are all equal. We all have infinite potential, and we all have the ability to create what it is that we want, period. And you're here is a testament to the fact that you want it and you have this desire. Okay. And here's when the desire really got lit underneath me. I'll never forget it. Some of you that have followed me know this story, but I was working in the corporate world, and I was on a plane traveling from New York to Dallas, and I was reading a book. It was by Jessica Heron, and she's the CEO of Stella and Dot. And it was all about her story of leaving corporate and starting her own business, and that messy beginning. And then the middle getting a little bit better. And then kind of now being like, this amazing, female CEO of a really amazing company. And I'm like reading it, and I'm like, and I'm like writing all these notes, and all these ideas are coming to me. Now you got to remember, I am a vice president of marketing in corporate. I have a very high paying job. I am the primary breadwinner for my entire family. And I'm sitting on that plane writing down these dreams that are not that. Okay. I wanted to start my own thing. I wanted to do my own business. And I had all these ideas flowing through me. And I'm sitting on that plane. I'm sure the people next to me thought I was nuts, because I don't think I had a pad of paper. So I had just sticky notes, and I just kept writing, which I always have a ton of sticky notes. And I'm just writing all these notes down. And as I started to just learn more about her, I was like, wait a minute, she's 2 years older than me. She's got 2 teenagers like me and all this stuff. And all of a sudden I'm like, why not me? Why not me? It hit me like that. And that's when I can tell you everything started to change. When I started to ask myself that question, why not me? Instead of, oh, that's so great for her. Oh, that must be nice. No, why not me? So I want you all to start asking yourself that question. Why not me? And why not? Right? Why not? Why not have a $100,000 side gig? Why not be making $10,000 a month? Why not have the beach house? Why not have the vacations that you want to have? Why not? We're all on the same playing field here, right? And you're here so you can learn even more, so you can go faster, right? Because one of the ways that we can get to our goals faster is by following guides that help us get there, because they've gone before, right? I will always have a guide. Always, always, always. I have several right now. I have a guide that's helping me, push past the 7-figure mark in my business. I have a mentor and guide that's helping me with my mindset and all of the work that needs to happen there, because that's really where all the work happens, right? You got to have a guide. So I'm so glad that you're here, because you need a guide, and we're going to guide you. Okay. And I want you to get excited of what's possible for you. We live in a time where business and creating businesses and all the things, my goodness, let me tell you, it has never been more simple, even though it may not feel that way. We have the gift of the internet and of social media, of the fact that I'm sitting in an office in my own home broadcasting to you guys all over the place, right? That didn't exist not that long ago. And people were going door to door. So as I tell everybody, be happy you're not going door to door. Like, thank you, God, that is not what you have to do, right? You can sit in your home and be able to make money, make impact, make purpose. It's amazing. And I love, Jennifer just said she changed her workbook from 8K a month to 12K a month. Yes, why not? I love it because you have infinite potential, and the ability to make money is in a way that's never been before. So we're going to take advantage of that. We just got to find our people, which is what we've been doing the last few days. What makes us unique? Our stories. That's huge. I just told you the story about me being on the plane, right? Craft your stories. Know your stories. I know my story. I have all these little stories that I will pick up and almost take them off the bookshelf in my mind to say, oh, you know what? I think my person would love to hear this one, right? Did you like to hear that story of why not me? It has impact because that is exactly what happened. And I want it to happen for you. So I want you to think about exactly, especially in network marketing, when you can see the evidence in your own company that people are making X amount of money a month, then it's more than possible, right? It just is. It's just, is it going to be is for you, right? Make it happen. Why not you, right? So the first thing is crafting those stories. So important. The second thing is really understanding your ideal client, because when you understand her, you're going to be able to provide, the messaging, the content that's going to attract her. She's like, this person knows me. This person gets me, right? That's so key. Because if your message is lukewarm, you're going to have lukewarm results. And I know there was a little bit of a debate on whether lukewarm coffee was acceptable or not yesterday, but I'm pretty sure you can all agree that lukewarm results is not what we want. We do not want lukewarm results. We want ignited results. We want results that are on fire, right? Hot, burning hot. We do not want lukewarm results. And that's why this is so key. And what I didn't get to show you yesterday, that I'm going to show you really quick before we go into the messaging framework. Let me get rid of the banner. Hide. Okay. Is I didn't show you my niche statement, right? I showed you my mission statement, which is kind of like the difference here, guys, is that your niche statement is an internal thing. Okay. Like I don't think I would never read this out, in the world. I would read my mission statement, which I shared yesterday, and we gave you a copy of both of these in the group. So they'll be in yesterday's guides if you want to go and grab them. But I wanted to show you my niche statement. The niche statement is what you guys are really working on. And the idea of it is that, and you're going to work on this big time today in your homework, because you've got to get this nailed down. If you don't get this nailed down, nothing else can really follow. This is really important. This is why we spin in social media, because we don't know what to say. So I want you to listen to this for a moment, okay? Because we've given you the formula, right? The I help to stop so that unlike, right? We gave you this yesterday, but I'm going to read mine so you can kind of hear it and see it, right? You heard the mission statement already. So I help ambitious women who want more to stop the overwhelm and frustration in starting a business so that she has purpose, passion, and profit in her life to create freedom of choice. Unlike most business coaches and network marketing teachings, I focus on results from the inside out, which is 100% the case. I'll teach you Instagram all day long, but if we don't address what's going on in your brain and your mind, Instagram is not going to matter, right? So your niche statement is crystal clear, right? It's clear who you're helping. What are you helping them to stop? What benefits are you trying to get for them? Why you? What's unique about you, right? That's really, really key. So you guys have a copy of this as well, but I wanted to remind us why this is important, because as we go into the messaging blueprint now, or the messaging framework, we call it whatever we want. I think we call it a framework somewhere, a blueprint other places. But basically a messaging structure. As we go into that, I just can't reiterate enough how you need to have this mapped out. Now, as I said, this is dynamic. Just because you write it down and you put it in the homework post tonight and you're getting some help from us. If you want to ask questions, we'll help you in the homework. But I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, once I set this in stone, this is it. No, you're gonna like learn, you're gonna see, you're gonna, work with more and more people and go, I really like working with this kind of customer and not this one, or this kind of business builder and not this one. Right. And that's okay. But you got to start somewhere, right? You start versus getting perfect first, right? You start imperfectly. That's the key. And when we perfect over time, that's the whole goal. So I just wanted to show you that really quick. And now we're going to go into and show you guys today's topic, which is the messaging blueprint. I'm really excited about this. So hopefully you guys can see this. You got it? Okay, perfect. So day 3, creating a messaging framework. So content is a very big word. Content is a kind of a monster word, honestly, because it means so many different things. But when I break it down, because you'll hear all the time, right? Like, oh, you got to create content. You got to create content. And, oh, I have a hard time creating content. And so what the heck is content, right? What is content? So when I think of content, I think it's your message of what it is you want to say out there. You got to take that message and put it in some kind of a vehicle. So it could be a post, it could be a video, right? It could be a written blog post, things like that, right? And then you got to pick a platform you're going to put it on, right? Instagram, Facebook, right? LinkedIn. So it's your message plus your vehicle plus the platform, and keeping that simple. But here's the key, right? If you don't have the message right, it's really hard to create content. Often people like jump to the tactics and like, well, how do I use Instagram? How much should I post? How often? Is there a right time? What hashtags should I use? And should I use a Facebook group and all that? And my big question is, let's take a step back and decide, do you even have a message to put out onto Instagram or Facebook? Do you even know yet, right? And that's the work that we're doing over the course of these last couple of days and today as well. Because it's what you say on social media to attract your ideal client and to get them to know you for the know, love, and trust factor is what gets them to move them to buy from us. Because I'm going full screen again. I want you guys to remember that our job is to take someone that doesn't know us at all. So not a friend and family member or whatever, okay? Someone that doesn't know you at all. You're meeting them like cold on the internet, right? And you want them to go here, which is to buy from you, right? Which is to buy from you. And that's a big leap. Think about it. That's a big leap. I don't know you. You want me to buy from you? I don't know you. You want me to hear your business opportunity? I don't know you. You want me to get on a consult with you, right? That's a big gap. So what we have to do is we have to bridge the gap, and our content is what bridges the gap. Every time you post something or you do a video or you send an email or you follow someone and they follow you back, they're all yeses. Yes, 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 to the ultimate yes, which is to buy or work with you. Our job is to get the next yes, to keep people engaged and seeing things and, consuming the content and getting to the yes, the big yes, which is to work with you or buy from you or join your team. Does that make sense? And sometimes when we think about that in that way, because this is a mistake I see, people are like, oh, I gotta post today. I gotta do a story. I've got to get on Instagram. Instead, if you're like, I need to connect with brand new people today and get more yeses from the people that are following me. Like, think about it. That's it. Like, keep this simple. That is our job. And ultimately, right, the ultimate yes will happen, but it's not overnight. It's not super linear. You don't have a post and someone goes and buys from you. It's very rare, ladies. It's very rare. Very rare. Okay. So I want to add that in as we go into this discussion, because I want you to see that what I'm about to show you, how to bring your person on the journey, how to bring them on the journey of yes, all the way to going, I need to work with you. The more times a person's head goes like this and shakes their head yes, the greater the chance you're going to actually land them as a client, a customer, a business builder. And Shar just said it in the comments. It's not that I have to, but I get to. Yes, we get to do this, which is so exciting. And we get to bring people on that journey to yes, which is so, so powerful. We have, I often see a lot of posts about products or joining a team or about coaching service. And of course, those posts usually have little engagement and definitely usually little sales, because it's very rare that you're going to post about a product and someone's going to buy it. Sometimes it's the case. Like some of you guys, if you have, like, I think there's some folks in here that, sell handmade, gifts or, clothing where there's more of an impulse type buy, that then for sure. But if you're in network marketing, if you're in coaching, you've got services, it is very rare that people are just going to go poop, buy. It happens. That's not going to be the bulk of what your revenue is coming from. Okay. You've got to court these people. You got to bring them on an intentional journey, right? You're taking them on that journey to yes. It's kind of like I know you've heard the whole thing of like, someone's not going to just ask them to marry you on day one, right? You got to, every single date and every step along the way is yes to the ultimate yes of marriage, right? Same exact thing. We got to create that relationship, that value, and we also need to create the know, love, and trust factor. Okay. So this is super, super key. And I want you to, as we go into these slides, okay, I want you to take a deep breath and really just listen to what I'm sharing before you go too far ahead in your own brain of like, how am I going to make this work for me? I'm not really sure. Or I don't think this will work for me. Really listen and observe. I have examples, what I'm about to showcase with you guys. I have examples for pretty much all of your businesses. Okay. And if we don't, we can help you. Okay. So just stay tuned for that before you're like, I don't know, this will work for me. I'm in network marketing. I'm this. Listen, it's amazing. It could be completely game changing in your business. Okay. Which is a good thing. I think everyone wants that, right? All right. So this is all about the story that you're going to tell your clients, your prospects, your leads, right? So we want to get really intentional about what you are posting. So we want to create that magnetic content. Okay, that magnetic content. How do we create that magnetic content? We're going to create a messaging framework. And a messaging framework is an organized, intentional approach to what you need your ideal customer to hear and to see before moving to that ultimate yes with you. When you look at what I'm about to share with you, you can use this yourself to create your own content, but you can also use it in consults with clients and in opportunity sessions. You can use it in workshops. You can use it in your teaching. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example of what we're talking about here and how powerful it can be. Okay. Are you guys ready? You guys ready to put hashtag stop the spin? If you want to do the unveiling of what this messaging framework looks like, I'm going to walk you through an example. And then I'm going to show you other examples that would fit your businesses. And then I really want you guys to take the time to think of how this can work for you. And that's fine. If you guys need to watch the replay, do not worry about that. That's what it's here for. All right. Stop the spin. All right. This is the standout breakout formula. Okay. In a framework. In a messaging framework. Now you're like, what the heck? That is a ton of words. I do not know what I'm looking at. Don't worry. I'm going to walk you through it. But I want you to first understand that this is the ultimate thing that we're going to build to as I'm walking you through it. So this is the standout breakout formula, the 3 keys to stop the spin and grow. Okay. And this is how I've created my messaging framework. And I'm going to share it with you right now as if it was a build. Okay. So here's how this works. What did we talk about the last 2 days? You are helping someone with a problem and you're promising them something else, right? Every single one of you guys is helping to solve a problem with a solution. So as you're building this out, okay, we're going to go from whatever they're struggling with to whatever the promise is. So I'm going to do this as I'm talking to you guys. Okay. So I help women end the struggle in their business and get to growth. Okay. I help women end their struggle and get to growth in their business. So I'm going to pitch it to you as if, like, let's say I'm in a consult with you and I am teaching you what I believe you need to know if you're going to work with me. Okay. So we're going to use this as a scenario and then I'm going to show you some examples. So we're going to role play for a second. Okay. So I'm here to help you end the struggle in your business and get to the growth that you so much desire. I'm going to give you the 3 keys to stop the spin and to grow. Sound good? Everyone's like, yep, right? This is the yeses, guys, right? They're going to go, yes, yes, right? I'm going to say, look, I want to help you go from fearful and frozen. Do you find that you get into your business and you go to work on your business that day and you're like deer in the headlights and you're frozen and you're not really sure what to do or what to focus on and you're pretty fearful about putting yourself out there and what are other people going to think? Everyone's going like this. Yes, yes, yes. And do you also find that you're spinning and not knowing what to focus on? What are the core things I should focus on in my business to grow? And because I'm spinning and I don't know what I'm doing, I find I'm stagnant. I'm not seeing any growth. My revenue numbers aren't increasing. My team is not increasing. I haven't been able to bring any new clients in. And they're going, yes. And you're probably also feeling pretty confused and feeling like there's so many people out there doing the same thing, feeling pretty commonplace. Like, what's unique about me, right? Like 10,000 other people are selling skincare, or there's all these other coaches out there. What's so different about me? And everyone's going, right? Everyone's like this, right? This is the yeses. This is what I'm talking about, right? The yeses in the messaging. Okay. Stay with me. Yes. Lots of yeses. Okay. Because I'm talking to you guys. Now, what if I could teach you the 3 keys to end this? What if we could get rid of you being confused and feeling common? What if we could stop you from feeling fearful and frozen? What if we stopped you spinning and being stagnant and got you to growth? I'm going to teach you those 3 keys. The first one is to serve. Got to show up in your business to serve. What do I mean by that? Well, when you show up to serve and you're focusing on solving the problem of your ideal client, and you know who your ideal client is and what problem you are trying to solve with them, all of a sudden you start to feel clear and unique. So I'm going to teach you how to serve. And when I teach you how to serve, you're not going to feel confused anymore. You're not going to feel like a dime a dozen coach or network marketer or skincare rep. You're going to feel really clear on who you're helping and how what your offer is and how you're helping them. And you're going to feel unique because you have your stories of you, who you want to help. And that's an entirely unique fingerprint to have on your business. How does that sound? Yes, I want it, right? So then I would say to you, okay, great. So the next thing you need to do is we need to teach you how to scale. We need to teach you how to put what it is that you're doing on repeat, having the ability to know what you're going to do every single day. You show up, you're putting it on repeat every single day and seeing that success. No more spinning. And if you show up and you do what I teach you to do every single day, and you guys are going to learn that tomorrow, by the way, the 4 pillars of business, the 4 activities buckets of activities that you should be focused on every single day or at least weekly to grow your business, you will go from spinning and stagnant to having a blueprint and success. So when I teach you how to do this scaling and the right activities, there's no more spinning. You're not going to feel stagnant. You're going to have a blueprint and success. You're going to start to go to that growth. How does that sound? Yes, that sounds amazing. And the last thing I'm going to teach you, the last key, is how to sell. Because we don't want you fearful and frozen. We want you out there knowing how to sell what it is that you have. Remember, you're serving and you're solving people's problems. So you need to show up and sell, market and sell to be able to get that solution into the hands of your person, right? So when I teach you how to do the marketing and sales strategies on Friday, which we're going to do, you're going to go from fearful and frozen to courageous and confident, right? When you know how to do this, when you know how to do the marketing and the selling right, you're going to go from fearful and frozen to courageous and confident. Make sense? Right? Boom. I just messaged I want to make sure you guys get what just happened there. Okay. Problem, solution, current state. Remember we talked about the 2 pages of the paper on the left-hand side, their current state, what they're frustrated with, all the things. That's what's in red. Spinning, stagnant, fearful, frozen, confused, common, all these things, writing it down because I know my girl, I know what she's struggling with. What is the right-hand side, where she wants to be, how she wants to feel? Clear and unique, courageous, confident, having a blueprint and success. And I'm going to teach you that by teaching you how to serve, scale, and sell. Boom. I'm going to blow your mind with how you can do this for any business. What's so powerful is everyone's like, shaking the head like this, right? It's the series of yeses. It's huge. Now, here's the cool thing. I have this, right? Every day when I'm going to start doing my social media, I can hit any one of these things. I can talk about having fear. One word on this whole thing, and I can talk about fear. The fear of taking action, the fear of putting ourselves out there, the fear, right? It's so powerful what this can do. You run a workshop using this. You run a consult using this. You use it for your content, your posts, your stories. Your stories are in here because guess what? With this little nice little cool looking graphic, your journey is in here. My journey is in here, right? So I can talk about all the red. I can talk about being in all that red. And now I'm in that green and I can talk about that. I have stories that will match all of those things, right? It's so powerful. Okay, you guys ready to see like some more ideas here? So this is, you guys will be getting this in the guides, okay? There's a reason we don't send it out ahead of time because it would be too much to try to not have the audio around what we're talking about here. This is the template of it, okay? So I just showed you mine, but this is the template that you can use. Problem to promise. In the red are the current emotional states, right? Where they're all the bad stuff. The green is where they want to be, right? And the pillars are what are the core things you're going to teach on, okay? The core things that you're going to help them to be able to do. And you can name the framework and have some kind of compelling subtitle. Now, I didn't make this up. An amazing guy named Mel Abraham. It's called the Triangle Framework Map. It's super powerful. There's 1,000 ways to use this. We're not gonna be able to go through all the ways that you can use it, like in terms of like workshops, consults, all that, and in your marketing. But I'm going to show you some examples to really get you guys thinking. So you have a copy of this, which is going to help you. So it's a simple framework, but here's the thing. As a caveat, it takes time to develop because I have like the cute words, right? Like the 3 pillars all begin with an S. And I don't know if you noticed, but like the emotional state, I use words that had the same, like, so confident and courageous, right? Common and confused and stagnant and spinning, right? So the name of my framework is the standout breakout formula. Okay. Standout breakout formula. So you can have whatever name you want for yours. Okay. You get known for it then. It's so much easier to market a workshop or something that you're going to sell, that you're going to do to then sell your offering or offer your opportunity or whatever. You can have a name for it. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but here's what I want you to remember. It's going to take some word dumping and some like brainstorming before you're going to get to the fun words. Don't start with trying to come up with fun, cool words. You got to do the messy stuff first. Do that exercise. You probably have already done a bunch of it. It should be what you've been working on, honestly, right? What is she struggling with? What are her fears, her desires, all those things. Those are going to be the current and future states, right? So do some brainstorming, but I'm going to show you guys some examples that I think are going to blow your mind. Okay. Let's say you are in network marketing and you are selling the product. Okay, I have a network marketing product selling and I have a network marketing opportunity one next. Okay, so I'm going to pitch this as if I am a skincare rep. I offer skincare and I have the Glow into Confidence formula, the 3 keys to a radiant you. I want to help you go from being discouraged to confident. Maybe you're getting discouraged. You're seeing the signs of aging that are starting and you're not feeling like yourself and you're feeling discouraged and nothing you try works. You have a drawer full of products that are half full, nothing's worked, and you're totally discouraged. I want to help you go from there to confident. How does that sound? Yes, right? Because, and again, these are meant to build. I'm not building this one. I'm just going to show you it all out. But like you would do it the way I just showed you, where it was like all that you would see to first start would be discouraged to confident. Makes sense? And then you're bringing in their red state, and then you're teaching them the pillars and what that can do. So you'll have the recording. You can listen to this and how I did it. But the idea is if you just showed them all of this right away, it would be too much. You want to build and have them going like this as you build. Makes sense, right? So imagine that this is building and you don't see the whole thing. So we're going to go from discouraged to confident. Do you find yourself kind of depressed and hiding? Like you're seeing, I know for me, I had melasma that started on my face and it really was, I was pretty depressed about it. I didn't feel confident. I was struggling and I was having to hide my skin underneath a ton of cream and BB cream and things like that. It really was really bothering me, right? So do you feel like that? Is there anything that's bothering you about, your skin and your confidence that's putting you in a depressed or hiding state? And, are you overwhelmed and frustrated because you tried everything out there and nothing is working? And, you have a drawer full of half-filled bottles and blah, 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 right? You guys see where I'm going with this, right? And then the other one is disappointed and skeptical, having paid a lot of money, especially for clean beauty products that didn't work. And you're frustrated by this and blah, 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 right? So we build that out. What if I could show you how we can change all that? What if I could show you 3 keys to a radiant you that will blow your mind? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to help you with a simple routine that is super easy and clear. You're not going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to be frustrated. It's going to be clear. Everything's labeled. The bottles are labeled. It's a super simple routine and it's effective. So we're going to simplify your routine, give you products that do the job, and it's a super simple routine to follow. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to help you get into a habit. When we form habits, that is how we can see change. And so we're going to work through habits and habits you can start implementing. And we're going to do a habit challenge, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to get you to go from depressed and hiding to happy and confident. And I know you've got your doubts about clean. I know you've been skeptical in the past, but what I'm going to show you is a set of products that are clean, that are going to help you go from disappointed and skeptical to delighted and a fan. You're going to be telling everyone about this, right? Do you see? Like you guys could do this about any kind of product. Okay. So that's a product example. Okay. That's a product example. I'm going to show you now the opportunity example. Okay. I'm going to show you how to create a purposeful profit program. See below, it says purposeful profit program. The 3 keys to expand your life, your money, and your purpose. Pretty cool, right? You are totally welcome to steal this, right? So purposeful profit program, the 3 keys to expand your life, your money, and your purpose. Again, this is going to be blank. It's just going to say incomplete to thriving. And you can start with your own story with this. This is probably what I would do. I would have incomplete to thriving up on the screen. And I would say, there was a time where I should have been happy. Everything seemed great. I had this great job, family, all the things, but there was something missing. There was something missing in my life. I felt like something was not right. Something was incomplete. And what I'm going to share with you today is how I went from feeling this way. You might be feeling this way yourself. How I went from feeling this way to thriving. Are you interested in learning more about that? Yes, right? When I was in this state of feeling incomplete, let me tell you, I felt totally guilty and selfish for having that feeling. I felt guilty and selfish for having that feeling because I should be totally happy with where things are at. And I should, like you've got these healthy kids and isn't it? Why are you feeling like you're incomplete? So I felt totally guilty and selfish for thinking that. Have you ever felt that way? Yes. Right. And then I would say, and I felt really unfulfilled and stifled. I had the job, but I really felt like I wasn't growing. I wasn't learning new things. And I definitely didn't feel like I was living with impact and purpose. I felt really stifled in the job that I was in. I couldn't use creativity and blah, 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 right? Have you ever felt like that? Yes, right? And then I was tired of feeling worried and having to be frugal, worried about money, frugal, like all the time, or having to like ask my husband this or that or whatever, right? So many women can relate to that. So I'm going to show you, what if I can show you my 3 keys to help you go from incomplete to thriving? Yes. Okay. First thing I'm going to show you is how to plan. How to plan. Okay. We're going to come up with a plan to help you go from guilty and selfish to confident and secure. And we're going to do some mindset work to get there. Okay. The next one is purpose. I'm going to help you go from feeling unfulfilled and stifled to excited and expanding. How amazing would it feel to be excited every day, to feel like you're expanding and growing, right? I'm going to help you, teach you how to create profit so that you go from being worried and frugal with money to having this feeling of abundance and wanting to give back, right? So good. Yes, Michelle, you're using this tomorrow. Exactly. So let's talk about that for a hot second. So Michelle just said that she has an opportunity Zoom in the quotes, right? And going through this, how much more magnetic is it to invite somebody to your purposeful profit workshop than, hey, I'm doing like a Zoom information call about my company tomorrow, right? Like come to this purposeful profit workshop. I'm going to teach you how I went from incomplete to thriving. I'm going to give you the 3 keys to expand your life, your money, and your purpose. Boom, right? Really let this sink in of what you can do with this. Okay, next one. Let's say you're a coach. This is the career connection framework. Okay, let's say you're a career coach, any kind of coach. And you can say, if you're a coach, you can also use the one that I use, because obviously I'm a coach, and that was an example for sure for coaching services and things like that. But here's another one. This is another view. Like frameworks can look different. The other one was a triangle framework. You could also use this. You guys could use this for network marketing, right? It's just a different view. This is the career connection framework. I made this up, by the way. So it's just me making this up. But it's the 4 steps to the career of your dreams and a life that you love. What I do in my career coaching framework is I help you discover what it is that you really want to do. We discover your desire, your purpose, and your personality so that you're lined up for the right thing in your career. And then I work with you on strategy. What are the options to be able to go after that kind of a career? What are the goals? How are we going to start to lay out what it is that you want? Next, we plan. We go through the phases and the timeline and the milestones to get you on the path to making this a reality. And lastly, we have, as part of our program, we help you implement this. We help you with accountability, coaching, and support. You do the things that we're teaching you in this program, and you are going to have passion, purpose, and profit in your life, which will ultimately give you prosperity across the board. Boom. Okay. You can do this for anything, which is so cool. I think I have one more to show you guys. Yeah. Okay. So here's another one. This is a very, 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 very simple one because it's just a Venn diagram. But I'm using this one in something I'm creating next. I always have something in my brain. I'm imagining all these amazing things to create for people and help people. So I'm using this model in the next thing that I'm building. But it's this idea of, let's say you're a health coach and you had your health essentials method, the no nonsense, simplified way to optimal health. And you, in the middle here, you got optimal health, right? It's where you believe if you can get people to do the 3 core, areas or pillars of what you teach, they will have optimal health, right? And you believe in purposeful movement, mindset shifts, and intentional nutrition, right? And these are the 3. And underneath each of these 3, you've got a ton of topics and things you talk on, products, whatever. But this is how you lay it out, share it. It's how you are doing your content, your consults, and all the things. Okay. So yeah, you can use any of the formats, Brittany, whatever. The goal, the key is you have to know your customer's journey. What problem are you solving? Who is your ideal client? What is the problem that you're solving for them? And what do they need to know to do this? A series of yeses. I'm going to assume that you're solving problems for people, right? As a VA, right? You're solving very specific problems for very specific type of people, right? And you're going to want to get really clear. So the triangle one can be really great for that because you can really dig into what the pain that they're currently experiencing, right? And where you can bring them, right? You have a 3-step approach that differentiates you as a VA to help them get to these next levels, right? That'd probably be a great one to start with. The fun thing is you can use multiple of these, okay? You could decide, let's say you're a coach, you could decide, well, actually, I mean, if you are, let's say, I'll paint a picture. Let's say you're a network marketer in the health field, okay? So it's like health and nutrition. You could use this to sell the products, okay? You could use this to sell the products because maybe the products are really the intentional nutrition, but you also do added stuff for your clients and your customers. And this is kind of like how you talk about the products and working with you. But then you could go back here and you use this one to build your team, right? You could use this one to build your team. You could use this kind of one to do what I did with the standout breakout formula. And then you use this as the actual program that you sell. You can interchange these. I use all different ones in all different ways, right? So I will probably use a version of this when I'm talking about something like Ignite University at my PED program, like what's included in there, right? I would use this versus, the triangle. So you got to play with it. But the really cool thing is they're really powerful and it helps you with your content. So yes, you're going to walk people through this, but I would have them printed out and always available. Because what's going to happen is you're going to use them when you're like, oh, what should I talk about today? What kind of IGTV video should I do? What should my email be about? What should my live video be about? Well, it better be answering and addressing, that journey that you're trying to take your ideal client on, right? All right. Bonus tip. I think I just kind of shared this a little bit, but you can use your method, your framework, your formula in your marketing, right? It's just so powerful. So yes, you can use it in doing a consult, you can do a workshop with it, but you can use it in your marketing because as I said earlier, it is so much more compelling to hear, come learn about my Purpose to Profit program. That's another one. That's another name. You can steal that name too if you like. My Purpose to Profit program, right? The 3 keys to expand your life, your money, and your purpose sounds way better than come to an opportunity call that my company's running. Right? Like that just doesn't work. Right? So key. So key. When you really go into the mindset that it is your job, no one else's job, your job. I'm going to go off thing here. It is your job to take someone from cold to close. No one else is going to do it for you, right? And what pains me in my heart is when people get discouraged because they feel like they're posting and no one's commenting and no one's buying and no one's liking and they give up. Happens all the time because that's not how it works. Posting, that's like a tiny piece. But even in that piece, it's got to be meaningful. It's got to matter. It's got to take someone from cold to the first yes, the second yes, the next yes. Be in it for the long haul. There's no quick fixes here. I wish there was for everyone's sake. We already have way quicker fixes than most had decades before us. And they became 6-figure and 7-figure entrepreneurs and network marketers by going door to door and just holding in-person events and all the things, right? We are so blessed to have the vehicles that we have, but we gotta show up and actually realize that our job is to put out content that is going to get people to go, yes, that is me. Yes, I see how you can be the person that can help me. And yes, I need what you're offering. That's our job. Those 3 things. Why you? that your ideal customer is like, oh my God, she totally gets me, right? And that they want your solution. They want your offer. And this is the truth for every one of you guys. Okay. All right. I hope you guys are excited because we're going to make the switch to being really intentional and consistent in your message. Consistency, repetition are the keys to success in online for sure. Okay. And you're no longer going to be lukewarm. You're going to have a stronger voice in the market, a stronger voice with your customers. Even your warm market will start to see a difference in what you're posting. Trust me. So you might feel like you're already tapped into your warm market of family, friends, and acquaintances. But let me tell you, they're going to see a shift when you're adding value and when you're trying to elicit the yeses and getting the, let me tell you, your warm market is going to actually react differently to what you're putting out there, hands down. So, and you're going to get excited. There's nothing better than actually one of my clients at Ignite University sent me a message this morning because she had a response to one of her emails, one of her value-driven emails. And the woman responded back to her, thank you so much for this. And I just want to say, thank you. You're a light on social media. She's in her group. She watches her posts, watches her live, sees what she's doing. She's there to give value. She's using, frameworks and methods like these. And she got that feedback from her ideal client, right? Someone that's watching, someone that's been going like this, right? She'll probably book a consult with her, I bet, right? But she responded to say, thank you for being a light on social media and for they loves consuming her content. I love showing up on social media because I know I'm helping people every day. I've either inspired someone, I have helped someone, I have cheered someone on, right? Get that attitude, right? Because when you get excited about helping people, when you start to have people comment or send you a DM and are like, oh my God, I felt like you were in my head. It sounds like you totally know what I've been going through, or it sounds like you totally get me, or wow, you've been there too. Right? That's when it really starts to make a difference. So take some time, get creative, okay? Let the creative juices flow on this. You've got your mission statement, the messaging framework, and then we're going to talk about, having a content creation process on Friday, okay? So these pieces together, your mission statement, your messaging framework, and your content creation process, you're going to crush it. You just got to show up and do the work and be consistent and say and do what you say you're going to do. Because remember, we said at the very beginning of this session today, why not me? Why not me? And I really want you to know it's yours if you want it, right? You just got to show up. You got to serve. You got to give value. You get more of the yeses, right? You get more of the yeses. It's not linear. And as I tell my clients all the time, people buy when they're ready. When you post about this amazing serum that gets rid of whatever wrinkles or whatever, right? And, let's say person A doesn't buy from that post, but person A has been watching and you've been really consistent and you're now top of mind, okay? For skincare, you're top of mind now. You're top of mind that not only for skincare, but you got this really awesome product that helps people with wrinkles, right? And that person A, doesn't think they need you. I'm good until they're not. Until they're looking in the mirror. This happens to every single one of us. If it hasn't happened to you yet, you're pretty young, okay? Where you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, whoa. Oh, where did that come from? Or that's new, right? And all of a sudden, it's like your face changed overnight. And you're like, what just happened? And all of a sudden you say, I need to call Julie or Samantha or whoever, right? They call you. They message you. They text you because now they need you. They need you when they need you, right? But because you've been consistent, you've been showing up, you've been doing it and all the things, you're top of mind. That's why we're not sitting there posting because we expect someone to buy right then and there when we post. That would be nice. We're posting consistently with the same message, repetition over and over and over again to our ideal client so that when she's ready, when unfortunately she's faced with having to go back to work and now does not want to go back into that office, and she's been watching you and she's been seeing you post things and she's been seeing you post about your purpose to profit workshop and you're running another one. Yep, you're planting seeds. Now she's going to come. So that is where everyone so many people make the biggest mistake and they stop because they think it's supposed to be faster than it is. You're in that hockey stick. It's like you're going. You're like, oh my God, can I post anything else? What is happening? I feel like nothing's, and boom, like it happens all the time. But the key is giving that value, showing up consistently, doing the work. And when they are ready, they are going to buy. And so that vibration's huge. So you got to stay up on it. You got to get excited. That's why if you show up every day, like I'm going to help people and you have that clarity. The hard thing of getting into that vibration and having that excitement is that you often don't have clarity. And that's what we're really working on this week, is so that you get that clarity. You know who you're serving. You know your core stories that are going to help people, get to know that you're the person that can help them, right? That your products, your services, your offer, your transformation, you can help people with. They see it. So you're top of mind. So the homework today, again, just so that's really clear, the homework, the workbook isn't necessarily your homework per se. This is to help you really apply the stuff that you're learning. The homework post, though, is always something smaller, a smaller piece of it. And that's where we're pulling winners. It's also where we're giving feedback and helping you guys as you're doing the work. So the one for tonight is that you're going to actually post in the homework thread your niche statement, right? I showed you guys mine. You guys have a copy of that in day 2 guides yesterday. Take a look at it, come up with yours, post it in the thread. We'll be commenting and taking a look. If you're stuck on something, let us know. But we're going to be working on that as part of it, because that is the cornerstone. You can't get to this really cool looking framework and design unless you really know who you're talking to, right? And what you're doing. So I can't wait either. Hallie and I are excited to see your niche statements. This is what happens, right? Hallie, Gio, Aaron, and I will sit there and like tear up. We will have goosebumps. We'll be reading the niche statements and we're like, wow, there are a ton of incredible women here. There are a ton of incredible women doing incredible things, helping to solve a lot of problems. Am I right? Team Ignite, right? This is what happens. So when we run this workshop and our masterclass and then people are posting in their niche statements, we're like, whoa. This is awesome. I have the goosebumps right now and I haven't even read any of yours yet. But it's true. You'll see it. Look through that post later. You'd be like, whoa, these are amazing women doing amazing things with big aspirations and wanting to help people. Pretty awesome. We all show up and do that. What a better world. That's why I say the more women that have side gigs that create businesses, the better the world is going to be, because we're just helping that many more people, right? It's amazing. All right, you guys are incredible. I cannot wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the 4 pillars of business, which really, in essence, is kind of the 4 buckets of activities that really you need to be focused on, putting into your calendar and working every week, every week for your business to grow. And the punchline is that there are the 4 buckets of things that every business since the beginning of time, big, small, it could be the big Fortune 500, or it could be you, right? Just starting in your business. Same things. And we're going to talk about those tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. All right. You guys are incredible. I will see you tomorrow and we will be checking out those niche statements. All right. We'll talk soon. Bye, guys. All right, I hope you loved this audio. If you want the full video plus the workbook, all you got to do is go to julieciardi.com/masterclass. We will get you all the materials. We'll see you inside the Facebook group, and you'll get to actually see the presentation that we just delivered to you in an audio fashion. So can't wait to see you inside. Any questions, let us know. Make it a good one. Hey, before you go, don't forget to join my free Facebook group. It's called Ignite Hustle Squad. It is a great place to take this conversation from the podcast deeper. Join the community of like-minded women who are trying to create freedom in their lives just like you. Don't go at the hustle alone. Join the Ignite Hustle Squad. I do weekly trainings in there to help you stay motivated, consistent, and know what to be working on in your business to achieve the results that you want. So link is in the show notes below, or you can search for Ignite Hustle inside of Facebook and you will find us. I cannot wait to see you in there. Bye.